Okay, hello. Today is in celebration of Winter Solstice, some seasonal wishes, and to celebrate this time of year, for those of us who are not necessarily on wind down. So, what I mean by this is I have stepped into a life where I love what I do. So, while everyone else is sending out emails and things saying, I'm off, I'm traveling, I'm taking a break, I had the delicious delightfulness of spending time on my play. I've been mapping it out, putting these pieces of stories in. And I want to say this for any writers or anybody spiritual out there or a soul seeker. I've been mapping out pieces of my soul story, pieces of my writing, which are all interweave for me because I'm a soul-based storyteller. And it's taken me years. I've got nuggets. I've gone through regressions and soul journeys and got this piece of my soul story and this piece. And this is what channelers do. We gather all this information. But if this information has nowhere to go, i.e. you're not sharing it on a channel, you're not talking about your wisdom, you're not writing a play or a book or a story, it just gets given to you and then put away again. And so spiritually, you can't grow because you're not bringing through your channeling and learning. And the interesting thing is, out there is plenty of other people's channeling and learning. There's plenty of spiritual teachings. There's plenty of books. There's plenty of wisdoms. There's even plenty of plays. But is there Cheryl's soul story out there? Is there your soul story? Is there your message? Your teachings, your learnings? Because if it's not out there, a big winter wish for you would be to put it out there in the next year. Put what you've been learning about the world, because we are in a very different world right now, extremely different. And what that means is that we are in a time where technology is rising. Transhumanism is a new agenda coming forward to be weaved into society. That is, most of us use all this artificial intelligence in some sort of way, technology. It's infusing our lives. But what technology cannot do is create. We can. Human life, the organic kingdom, the force of nature, the natural design is a creative design. And that is so powerful. To be creative. You're naturally born creative. So please do not step into next year thinking that you're not creative, no matter what you do in your life. And sometimes we're given other people's things to create and build because that's the type of creative we are. Sometimes we're channeling through new ways of being, ways of working. Or, like me, you could be channeling through and creating stories for the new paradigm. That's a big winter wish. That's a big divine winter wish. So let me touch into this just a little bit, because I've stripped back and really focused on what 5D theatre is about, and it gives it away all in that title. 5D theatre. Theatre, storytelling, but multi-dimensional storytelling, not your average kind, but one that delves between the dimensions. And the current story I'm writing, The Witch, the Bitch, the Whore Was Your Angel, you see, the title still makes me giggle a little bit because I just find it so powerful as an activation, was when I was given so much psychic truth about my lineage and what I come from. I often call it the Black Rose lineage, which I've been working through this year, teaching some of that. I've been teaching some of placing your soul center stage and what that means to put your own knowledge first. Because most of the teachings that we have in the world, on the internet, in schools, in libraries, in books, previous knowledge, myths, archetypes, legendary folklore, all of this stuff is story. It's in the title, history, his story. Our story, my story. It's all a form of storytelling, but I really do believe that storytelling creates your reality. So what reality do you want to create? And so this is why it's so important for us to channel and bring forward our own stories, because my belief is we are way beyond this lifetime. That's the concept of the soul. We are way beyond this one lifetime. So what story do we have hidden in our soul? What message do we have? What did we even reincarnate for? Now that's the big question. What did you come back for? And I know for me, right now, my massive passion and what I'm writing about in my play and the work that I teach is saving the souls of humanity. I make theatre to save the soul. I do work to get people in touch with their soul because their soul is precious. And working as a soul guide, I've had the gift and the delight and the pleasure to read souls day in, day out. And that is such a joy, because what is in people's souls is so much power, so much light, and so much wisdom. And so that's another winter solstice wish for you, to get in touch with your soul, to get really deep in there and connect with who you truly are, because it's so important who we are on a soul level. So important. And so for that gift, I'm going to give you a little practice now to just connect with your soul and see where your soul wants to go. So close your eyes, relax, go inside and see if you can get some soul wisdom. And so going deep down inside yourself, inside to that whispering of wisdom, that knowledge that you have within. And in this silent, still, peaceful place, ask yourself, what does my soul want to say to me now? And listen to the whispering of your soul now. And for those of you who are not used to tuning inside and listening to the voice within, know that you can ask that your soul speaks through images to ignite your clairaudience and your third eye. That your soul can speak through music and words and messages. And that your soul can speak through memories, nudges, sensations and feelings in the body. This is how powerful you are as a soul temple. And so feel into your wisdom now. And perhaps you want to dive a little bit deeper, further into your soul self. And you may want to move your body and dance, stretch. Move yourself. Know that that body of yours is a temple, and to flow and to move the bones, the fascia, the muscles, in any rhythm you like, will free out some more knowledge, some more wisdom. So moving your body now, and when you're ready you can ask again, what does my soul want to say? coming into stillness, you can connect again with a deeper part of yourself by igniting your own energy, lighting up and clearing your beautiful root chakra, seeing a divine red dance into your base, lighting up and clearing your sacral center, seeing orange reweave and ignite your creativity. Now, igniting your solar plexus, feel the heat on your stomach, igniting your heart center, releasing any heaviness and filling it with nutritious green light now. Opening up your throat, your expression, the blue ray consciousness, igniting it now. Opening your third eye, clearing it, aligning it, letting it shine its divine light out and in, and spiraling up to your crown and out towards the consciousness, connecting in with divinity wherever you find it, in the earth, in the cosmos, in your body, in your soul's template. From this clear, energetic space, ask, what does my soul most want to say? And listen for the answers now. Accepting you may have different answers from when you just tap in. Maybe you get an instant connection. Maybe you need to move. Or maybe you need to do energy work to really hear your own soul. And this little journey we took together was so that you could hear your soul speaking louder. Hear your winter solstice wishes. Come into yourself and blaze the way with soul consciousness brightly into the new year. Coming into your sacred body temple, stretching, wriggling, deep belly breaths, and gratitude for the connection with your soul self. And so it is. And so I hope you enjoyed that delightful little journey into the soul, which is what I think is such an important thing to do each and every day in any way that you can. And if your soul wanted to go deeper and do some work with you over this next year, over the next 6 months, I'm going to be leading a 5D storytelling course for spiritual writers. Why do I say spiritual in particular? Why do I say writers? So the spiritual essence is the bedrock of everything that I do. I'm having this particular focus on writers at the moment as we step into the new year, because I want to help shift the paradigm of the arts. I want to change it and shift it so that spiritual storytellers have a voice. And I don't think we've had a big one so far in the arts, and I'm here to help shift and change that paradigm and help this underrepresented community. Because more than anything, I've found that soulful spiritual truth is my way of leading a truth activism movement, is my way of expressing myself, is my way of gaining justice for the things that have been done to my own soul. So I don't take it lightly what I'm doing, bringing these stories forward. And there's many other people out there that are wanting to bring powerful stories forward. Anything that's been gifted to you as a spiritual writer is a powerful story. Please don't dumb it down, make it smaller. And I know we all get scared of really speaking our spiritual truths. Of course we do. It's difficult when everyone isn't always speaking the same language. Can I say this here? Can I not? Will I get shut down? Will I get silenced? Maybe you've had a lifetime where you've been killed for speaking your spiritual truth. And that's why I find 5D storytelling so powerful, that the time is now to bring a story forward that will change the paradigm. Stories are that powerful because of the times that Alexandria Library was burnt down because of the wisdom in it. Things have been destroyed, scrolls have been hidden. The Nag Hammadi scriptures in ancient Egypt were only found in the 1940s something. That's been buried a long time, and even then not many people have the real teachings in their consciousness. So storytelling's powerful. But what I've known from storytelling over the past 8 years, I've been in rooms devising, making theatre. It's been amazing. But then not fully understanding the structure of stories. I've been channeling, receiving bigger message. And I've had to marry up storytelling structure. But even when I found it out there from some wonderful masters of storytelling, there has been an emptiness for a soulful story. That there's an extra dimension coming in when you're talking about spiritual realism. And what that simply means is being a real life spiritual person, which means magical realism, magical reality happens to us. It's part of our realm, our world. So we aren't talking about fantasy, even though maybe there's a ethos, a mainstream out there that just want to dumb it down as storytelling, fairy tales, not real, not real. But this is some of our reality that we want to talk about. I know that I do. I want to explain to people what it's like to be a supernatural soul. And so I think that takes a special technique and a craft and a way of bringing story forward, which honours structuring and making a strong story, but also channeling and bringing through the actual message and stopping to allow for flow as well as hard work to happen, and balancing that yin and yang principle, which is what I've been doing from the start. I remember over COVID when we were in lockdown, and I gathered together with some spiritual storytellers and taught them how to balance both the masculine structure side of storytelling and the feminine channeling spiritual aspect of storytelling. And so lots of us had that period of lockdown, really think about life. What do we need to change? What's wrong with what's out there? What do we want to do differently? We need to be the change that we want to see in the world. And for me, it was straight into storytelling and bringing through this dark agenda truth of a tale. I call it my shadow play, which is the second one I was working on, but also helping others to work in a new way. And the amount of wisdom and downloads and channelings and soul's consciousness with many of the people that I work with is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And I'm so proud and amazed and in awe of everyone that I've had the joy to work with. So one last winter solstice wish for me is that everyone really shines their soul brightly into the new year, really taps into what their soul wants them to do. If you're there to write a story and you need some support, check out 5D Storytelling. There's a couple of places left. It's going to be a small container because there's one-to-one mentorship with me as well as community work together online. And I want that to be a small, nourishing space for us all to thrive and grow over the next 6 months. As always, you can also book a soul session with me as well, which I'll share the link to if you're feeling the call to, gain some guidance. I'll be closing down like everyone else for a little while over the festive period and then be back working and helping people to channel their wisdom right through 2025. I think that's important. So I wish you a wonderful winter solstice and a sacred new year, and time to spend in peace, reflection, and deeper connection with your soul, if you can, amongst this Christmas time chaos. Much love.